Hey, everybody. I'm back. It's Mike Phillip. And I just want to share a few thoughts that I've had. I saw a clip from Bill Maher, Real Time with Bill Maher, somebody that I'm not a huge fan of, but he had Jim Carrey on. Jim Carrey, I believe, is from Toronto. Jim Carrey got famous for talking out of his ass and things like that. There was a time when he was a pretty funny guy. But Trump derangement syndrome has absolutely ruined comedy. I used to think Stephen Colbert was pretty funny too. But now, if you watch his late night show, you can be guaranteed that it's going to be orange, Trump, stupid, incompetent. You know what I mean? It's the same thing over and over again. Now, Jim Carrey made this statement that he didn't know what it was like to have to pay to go to a clinic, right? He went to a clinic, I think, in New York City, he was saying, and he was surprised because they billed him up front. Bummer, right? And he went on to say, well, I'm from Canada. I don't know what it's like to pay for healthcare. Bullshit, buddy. Healthcare is not free in Canada or anywhere else, okay? Just because you don't pay at the point of delivery, that doesn't mean that it's free. Now, you can go and look up studies. The Fraser Institute put out a paper showing that the average Canadian family of four pays approximately $1,200 to $1,800 a month in healthcare costs. Now, the reason that you don't know exactly what that cost is because there's no separate fund in the taxes for it. Okay, it goes into general revenues and then gets doled out from there. I've heard estimates that the province of Alberta pays about $1 million an hour. Okay, it ain't free. And you are taxed out the yin-yang for that in everything that you do. All right, those doctors are getting paid. The hospitals have to have supplies. The drugs have to be paid for. And just because you can walk into a clinic and show them your little card or give them a number, and then you see the doctor who's only going to spend about 5 minutes talking to you, seriously, it's just not a thing, okay? It's not free, right? People like to say that we've got a superior system to the United States of America. Now, they don't have a great system either, okay? And there's got to be a fine line in between. You have Canadians that will go down to the U.S. for treatment. You have Americans that will come to Canada because prescription prices are lower. There's definitely, hey, 1917 Thunder, how are you? I've heard of people waiting up to from 8 to 13 hours in an emergency room. My co-host, Professor Mike, hey, Canadian Arctic Radio. And by the way, I was inspired by a Canadian Patriot on YouTube to shoot this video today. So everybody go and subscribe to his channel. Good guy. Now, let's look at some advantages of this healthcare system, okay? Here's when it's good. If you get shot, stabbed, run over by a packer, fall off a cliff, a 747 lands on your head, trauma, right? If you have a traumatizing injury, they will keep you alive. Okay? That's when you need them. Now, for a chronic pain or disease issue, forget it. There's nothing that they can do. Nothing. I've dealt with this myself. My wife and I, she had such bad chronic pain that she almost couldn't walk. We went through the gamut with the free healthcare system, doctors, rheumatologists, pain specialists, and they wanted to put her on antidepressants, right? Holy shit, you're in pain. You must be depressed. Take these pills. That's like putting a piece of black tape over the check engine light. Doesn't fix the problem. They don't know how to fix the problem. And it's the same problem in the U.S. as it is Canada, because medical doctors or MDs are only trained in one aspect of medicine, referred to as allopathic reductionism. If they can't cut it, burn it, drug it, you get what I'm saying? They don't know how to deal with it. right? They have no appreciation for the God-given ability to heal. And I've worked with a naturopath for a long time, Dr. Peter Glidden, 30 years practicing. Okay, used to run a 1-800 number for him where people would call in and get, supplements that and use them in such a way that would work, right? I'm very good at that. Type 2 diabetes is an absolute joke. It's a joke. It's a simple mineral deficiency. They want to put you on metformin. They want to, and by the way, I can't legally say that anything cures diabetes because diabetes isn't really a thing. It's not. You can't give somebody a box of diabetes. You can't catch it on a bus because somebody sneezed and you breathed in the diabetes and good golly moly, now you've got it. No, it's a simple mineral deficiency. 2 minerals, chromium and vanadium. Very small doses, but they've got to give it a name. They're going to make it. And I'm only just picking diabetes because it's a really easy one. There's about like 950 of them. But see, the Diabetes Foundation can't come to your door and solicit donations under the guise of the Mineral Deficiency Foundation because you would just buy some minerals, right? I'm oversimplifying, obviously. There's a way to go about it if you're going to do it right. But listen, the free healthcare system or socialized healthcare system in Canada sucks. It's terrible. It'll probably kill you, right? Now, as I mentioned, it's not much better in the U.S. because they follow the same philosophy. And they will nickel and dime you because you will sell the farm for 5 minutes of life. All right? It's that simple. If you're interested in natural healing, check out Dr. Peter Glidden. The guy is, he was one of the original naturopaths in North America. He knows everybody. He has the clinical experience. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we've been following. Canadian Arctic Radio says 2-tier. We do have a 2-tier system. Right? You remember that was the big argument back in the 90s? We will not have a 2-tier healthcare system. Well, anybody with the money to get the healthcare just goes to the States, right? Or if you're a hockey player in the NHL and you need medical attention, do you think they sit in a waiting room like you? No, they don't. They get it right now because there's a significant dollar value attached to them that us little people don't have, right? So, yeah, it's crazy. Also, I want to tell a quick little story while we're here. It won't take long. I was at a very somber family event, and there was a member of the Canadian the Conservative Party of Canada, MP. And it wasn't the time to debate politics, but I had to do it. You know me. I said, hey, are you crossing the floor and joining Bernier? And this individual said, no, he's just going to split the vote.